Landlords, not all letting agents are created equal. Here's what makes a good one worth it. So in terms of our day-to-day process, I'm going to take us right back to the initial starting point. We've come out and seen you, we've appraised the property, we've given you an insight as to what you can expect to achieve in terms of rental income. We've talked through what you need to prepare for as a landlord. We've given you the right guidance on your safety certification and what to expect from our services. And once you've signed on the dotted line with us and we've started that process of advertising for you, you can expect quality marketing. So it starts from the photographs, the floor plan. Where necessary, we would complete virtual tours, we would complete videography, drone footage, all of the things that you can imagine that make up a really strong advert. But the key with lettings is it's not just about how well you advertise, because the reality is that in the current rental market, finding a tenant is not a challenge. Finding the right tenant is the actual challenge that we've got to work with. And so elaborating on that in terms of finding somebody that's pre-qualified, that when they're ready to move in, you know and you're confident that they're going to meet the referencing criteria, that they're going to be paying rent on time, is the critical part. We've developed quite a few processes to make sure that we do that. And the first thing that we do is once we've started advertising, we'll come around and we'll do a live stream video tour. And that goes live on social media, it goes onto Facebook, and we funnel all of our prospective applicants, so any prospective tenants that might be looking, we funnel them towards that video first, and we say, have a watch of this and apply for the property. We've got quite a few ways we go about an application. That could be through using our AI chat tools that we can use, but it could also just be pre-qualification on the phone, and we'll find out about them, when they're looking to move, how long a tenancy they're looking for, their employment status, their credit status, those sorts of things, so that we've got some confidence before we go and do some viewings. And then we can share some of that information with you sensitively to make sure that you've got an idea of who is viewing before we actually start that process. You can then expect some more efficient pre-qualified viewings to take place, and you know then that if we've got a deal to be agreed, that the referencing is already safely taken care of, because you've got that process set up. So under management of a tenancy, there's lots of different ways you can go about things, and I've worked for various different agencies in the last 15 years or so, and in doing so, I've seen things done differently across the board. But there are some key things that, as a landlord, makes the service value for money, and any agent that you work with, you want to make sure are delivering these things for you, and these are the things to look out for. So it's a regular inspection, and that inspection needs to include some photographs so you can actually get a visual on how the property is looking, and to expect a follow-up on that inspection to make sure that the agent has given you advice and insights into any concerns and how you would suggest that they are dealt with, so that you know how best to handle them. Likewise with payments, to expect regular income and expenditure statements, but not only that, be able to, on request, have an annual statement, for example, or a statement for a specific term required. It's going to be really, really useful for your tax return, particularly if you've had your maintenance and repairs handled by the agency, because that way you've got full income and expenditure all in one place, and you can quite easily submit a spreadsheet straight over to HMRC for your tax return, so it makes the process a lot smoother. So they're just a few examples of what you can expect from a top level service from an agency and what you need to look out for when you're interviewing. We measure our success through client retention. We've been operating as a business now for 16 years, and in that time, all of the growth of our rental portfolio, so all of the properties that we have both under management and the clients that we work with on a let-only basis as well, all of them have been organically grown. We haven't been in a situation where we've bought another business or similar, and we've worked with some of our clients for a very long time, and providing that level of service to them that they typically are very, very happy with, and that they can turn around and say, you're doing a great job, carry on, is what we want to be aiming for, because that retained business relationship leads to better things in the future for all parties concerned. So that's the most important thing to us. The value for the landlords is largely in cost saving, it's in the ability to have confidence in the investment choice. At the end of the day, buying a property to rent out is a very real asset, and it's something that could be quite scary for a lot of people. There's a risk because you've got another person that's going to be paying the associated costs on that, and you've got to have trust that that person is going to deliver as well. So having an agency that is qualified and professional, that is doing things by the book as you would expect them to do, is really, really important for your confidence in your investment choice, and can ultimately, as a landlord, lead to substantial growth in terms of the overall yield that you've achieved and the value of the property, as long as it's maintained to a good standard. From a tenant's perspective, the value of an agency again comes down to confidence. Because the lettings industry on the whole is still relatively unregulated, landlords and agents are still able to get away with things that perhaps they shouldn't sometimes. And so making sure that you're working with a property management company and a local qualified agency as a tenant just ensures that the property is going to be maintained to a certain standard, because at the end of the day, for a Nicol and Co property, we will only take things on that represent our standards, and if they don't represent our standards, we won't work with them. So with that in mind, that is really, really important for tenants as well. So in summary, what you want to be looking for is all aspects from the initial marketing through to the end of tenancy closure. How is the process going to be handled? And if I were you, I would spend a little bit of time with that agency before you sign an agreement, understanding what they do. So in our instance, what you can expect from us is really good quality marketing details through to really solid tenant pre-qualification even before viewing has been approached, a live stream engagement, full referencing check that will meet insurance requirements, right through to day-to-day property management, collection of rent, regular inspections, full income and expenditure statements, handling of deposits, and making sure that the landlord is protected with inventories and checkouts alike as well. So yeah, you get a full service arrangement with an agency like Nicol and Co, and we would be a good choice for you.